Not every choice is freedom. You know, sometimes what looks like freedom is simply selection within boundaries someone else designed. Eh? And you will feel autonomous. You will feel autonomous because you can choose. But you're choosing only from options that are prepared in advance. You know, like imagine entering a restaurant with only 3 meals on the menu. You can choose any of them, but you cannot choose you cannot choose what was never offered. And this is the difference between choice and freedom of choice. Choice is selecting among available options, while freedom of choice includes influence over the options themselves. The ability to reject the framework, or even create an alternative entirely. You know, and many systems operate this way. Look at markets, politics, careers, even social identities. People are often invited to pick between pre-approved paths, and then they are told that they are fully free. The experience will feel real, because a decision is being made, but the boundaries remain invisible. It's like steering a car whose route was largely mapped before you even touched the wheel. You know, this doesn't mean all structured choices are malicious. Let's not get it twisted. Limits can be practical and necessary, like we see that in our society. But confusing managed options with true freedom creates complacency. You stop asking who designed the menu. And that's where awareness comes in. You know, psychologically, humans value urgency. Even limited choice increase satisfaction because it creates a sense of control. This is why offering options can reduce resistance. The mind often accepts constraints more easily when it feels involved, especially in selecting within them. You know, but perceived control is not always the same as actual autonomy. True autonomy includes reflection. Can I opt out? Can I create another path? Am I really choosing this, or am I merely choosing among what was chosen for me? You know, spiritually, freedom begins in awareness. External options may be limited, but seeing the limits clearly is itself liberating. Once you recognize the framework, you are less controlled by it. You can comply consciously, or you can resist consciously, or even innovate beyond it. You know, in short, selecting from pre-made options is still a choice, but it is not the fullest form of freedom. It is often the experience of agency within someone else's boundaries. Real freedom includes the power to question the menu, reject the frame, or even build your own table. You know, my people here,